This is the OWC Thunderbolt 4 dock. I've been using it for about a month, and here's what you need to know about it. The two big questions I always have with products like this are how much power can they deliver to my laptop, and what sort of displays can I hook up to them? These seem like they should be obvious and they should be easy things to figure out, but sometimes, especially with cheaper models, you can't really tell until you buy it, and then there are some surprises that are just really annoying. So I want to get those out of the way first. On the power front, it's all good news. You get 96 watts of power. Their website says 90, but the dock itself says 96. Either way, you're getting lots of power delivered to the laptop. It charges up plenty fast, really comparable to what I see from the normal cable that ships with my 14-inch MacBook Pro. And no matter what I do, no matter how heavy a workflow I throw at my computer, I can never make it trickle down in power. The charge always goes up or stays at 100%, which is fantastic. And it's all good news on the display front as well, thankfully. So you can do two 4K displays at 60 Hertz. And if you have a higher resolution screen at 5K or 6K, you can do that at 60 Hertz as well, but just one display. And if you are one of those rare few who have an 8K monitor, you can do that, but it's only going to do 30 Hertz there. So keep that in mind, but that's pretty darn good. Now, my normal setup is a single 4K monitor, but I did test with two 4Ks and it works great. But I don't have any 5K, 6K, or 8K monitors around. This isn't that sort of channel, so I wasn't able to test those, so I'm just assuming they work fine, but I can definitely tell you with authority that 4K monitors, two of them hooked up, work great. Now, of course, you want to hear about the ports, and I will talk about the ports, but I'm not going to go into super detail on them because you can basically just go to the website, check out the screenshots, see the video I've already posted in this video, and know if these ports are going to solve your problem. So I'll give you just a general overview of how well each one works. On the backside, you have three Thunderbolt 4 ports that work fantastic, that are full speed, that are just awesome. And these are going to be what you're going to use for your devices that need higher throughput. So that would be like external displays or external hard drives where you want to be able to move files quickly. And then you have three USB-A ports. These are 3.2, USB 3.2 spec, and they are supposed to have higher data transfer speeds. I'll show a graph here showing basically how fast they go compared to the Thunderbolt ports to an SSD. The thing that let me down about these ports is the power delivery seems incredibly low. Like, I plugged my iPhone into it and they charged it incredibly slowly, to the point where I didn't even know if anything was happening. I had to kind of let it sit there for 30 minutes to even notice it go up a few percent. So super slow charging. I would not use these with the assumption that they're going to charge your phone. Use them for things like keyboards, microphones, just little accessories like that. And then along the front, we have an SD card reader that in my testing is almost exactly as fast as the one built into the latest MacBook Pros. We have a USB-A port that is lower power and is only USB 2.0, so it's slower than the ones on the back of the device, and just like those, delivers basically no power to a phone when I plug it in. So yeah, not ideal for charging anything. The headphone jack is fine. I don't have any super fancy headphones to see like just more about it, but it functions. So if you have headphones, you can plug it into that. And there's a Thunderbolt connection on the front. This is going to be where you plug in your Thunderbolt 4 cable to go from the dock to your laptop. The great news is that the dock comes with that cable, so you don't have to buy a very expensive Thunderbolt 4 cable. It's just in the box. In terms of design, it's fine. It's actually pretty decent. It's going to be smaller than some of the really big ones out there that have like 16, 18 ports, but it is nice. It looks decent on my desk, and I can kind of tuck it away without it being a big eyesore. Along the top, there's a blue LED for the logo, which I don't love, but I can live with, I guess. It feels a little 2006, but again, I can live with it. And then there are some rubber feet on the bottom that help it not to move so much. So if you have it on like a glass surface, it's really going to be locked in. If you have it on kind of like a particle board desk like I have, it's not going to really move around, but you are going to have to kind of hold it in place when you put it in an SD card reader or plug in anything else. You can obviously just use like a 3M strip to lock it down to your desk though if you'd like. And then I have to talk about reliability. I've been using it for a month, so I can't speak to like what it'll be like in a year or two, but in the first month, it's been perfect for me. There's been no instances where I have to like unplug it and replug it to get things to actually connect. Everything just works. It goes through that cable. The performance is always fantastic. I'm just really happy with it. So I'll leave a comment down below if in a few months it starts to have issues. But as of right now, about a month into having it, it's been great. And then I wanted to share what my setup is, like how am I actually using this product? It's a real pet peeve of mine that a lot of reviews of Thunderbolt docks don't show how they're actually using the product. So here's my setup. I'm using all three of the Thunderbolt 4 ports on the back. One is going to a 4K display, which again is outputting at 60 Hertz, which is awesome. The other one is going to the Opal C1 webcam on top of that monitor, so that works great. And the third one is going to my keyboard, which is a Keychron Q1, which is using a custom keycap set that I think looks fantastic. Then I'm using two of the USB-A ports on the back. One is for a Stream Deck, and the other is for my microphone, which is a Shure MV7. And then the front is basically always empty. I don't really use any of those because the only ones relevant to me are the headphone jack and the SD card reader, and both of those are just built into the MacBook Pro, so I tend to just use those instead. I do switch between my personal computer and my work computer, and my work computer is a 2020 MacBook Pro, which does not have an SD card reader, so whenever I need to put a file on there or whatever, I do use the dock for that, but other than that, I'm just using everything on the back. So would I recommend this product to a friend, a family member, or to you guys? Yes, absolutely. I totally would. I think it's a really good product. I think that $279 is not cheap, and I understand that that's not going to be within everybody's budget for their needs and everything, but if you need this sort of product and you're looking at some of the options on the market, I think this is a really good one. I think that it is reliable, which is huge for a product like this. I think it looks good. I think that the functionality that it delivers is really useful. For me, it's exactly what I need. And yeah, I just think I would be happy recommending this to anyone who looks at the number of ports, looks at kind of what they're able to do, and says, yeah, that fits my needs. I think you'll be very happy with it. If you want to spend a lot less money, I did review one that was under $100, a USB-C hub that kind of plugs directly into your Mac, specifically just Macs. So you can check that out. I'll leave a link kind of up here somewhere. But yeah, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, I guess hit the dislike button, but I really hope you liked it. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.